Welcome back to another episode of Scale Model Car Chief. I'm Steven. In this episode, we're going to be looking at the classic 1968 Lincoln Continental. This car was cutting edge for its time, and it was very popular. My mother drove a 1968 Lincoln Continental, so this is a tribute in her memory. I came home from the hospital in a 1968 Continental. I picked this car up off eBay. It was a dealer promo. I disassembled the model and painted it the same color as my mother's car, which was Cameo Green, a very light pale green, almost to a hint of white. Here there's a little overspray or the original body color of red left over from when I was painting. The interior tub should cover all that. Here we're looking at the big front grille, the cowl vent in the windshield wiper area, the large rear bumper with integral wraparound taillights and reflectors. As I continue to survey the model, there are some areas that I probably will not be able to address. There's an inordinate amount of stainless steel trim that runs along the entire body on both sides of the vehicle on the upper fender areas. Here I'm looking at the interior tub. I painted it a dark hunter green, detailed the steering wheel. The glass was in pretty good shape. The plastic was clear without scratches. It'll get a coat of floor wax as I reassemble the model later. Here's the friction area of the vehicle. It was a push and go. The gears are locked up and they don't turn. The counterweight spins freely, but everything else just doesn't work. I didn't want to risk taking it apart, the plastic, and breaking something. Here I've added color to the front turn signal indicators and parking lights. I'll add some black wash to the front grille area to make it stand out. There's just a lot of chrome on these parts. I watered down some acrylic flat black paint with water and let it flow into the lines of the grille. Here I'll be using my silver Sharpie marker to add detail to different areas of the model. The windshield wipers, the wing window vents, the B-pillar posts, the Lincoln Continental emblems on the front, back, and rear quarters on each side. The silver Sharpie allows me to better control the color as I'm applying it compared to paint. Here I'm working on the door handles. I love the fact that this car had suicide doors where they open backwards. Here I'm working on the windshield wipers, giving them a touch of color. Here I'm lightly adding color to the rear quarter emblems. As I lightly brush over with the tip of the marker, I'm just applying enough where you can read Continental. Here I'm surveying the Continental's body after applying a coat of acrylic floor wax to the entire model. I only applied a single coat as I didn't want the top to look too shiny. The vinyl should have a semi-gloss appearance to it. Here I start to lay out the body pieces for reassembly. And actually, I started to get confused on what I needed to do first. So I had to rearrange my assembly order. Body first, followed by the windshield assembly. Next, the interior tub. I'm trying to get it to sit down on its pegs. And if anybody's been paying close attention, I have a piece of paper that I've covering the interior of the bottom floor pan. I had a special tribute note that I wrote to my beloved mother in her memory. So if anybody disassembles this car in the future, they'll be able to see what I wrote. Love you, Mom. Here I'm adding the screws back into the floor pan. Much easier than the gluing method, I have to say. 4 screws hold the entire assembly together. I didn't tighten them all the way down at first. I wanted to make sure I had everything lined up perfectly before I gave it the final snug fit. Thank you for taking the time to watch another one of my videos. If you like this content, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel to get the latest releases on my videos. Again, thank you for watching. This is Steven, the Scale Model Car Chief. Happy modeling. Thanks for staying to the end of my video. Here's a sneak peek of my next build, the 1963 concept car, the Mustang II.